This conference will now be recorded.
So coming into child's pose, and allow yourself to bring your hands back beside your feet. And just kind of tuck in and take 3 nice deep breaths. This is called yoga tone or yoga conditioning. So let's just become very present and allow the breath to flow. Take another full deep breath. Notice how the diaphragm has to work and engage to get the breath, the belly, the diaphragm down into the belly area. With your next inhale, let's just sweep the arms forward and walk the fingertips as far forward as you can and just feel a nice stretch from the low back, the sacral spine, all the way through the fingertips, and just adjust the head. Please take a full in breath and a full out breath, just letting us become aware of how each of the shoulders feel, each of the legs, the knees. Take and sweep the arms over to the left slightly so we can begin to open up through that right rib wall, please. Take a full in breath and a full out breath, just stretching into that right side. And then we'll draw it back to the center and take it over to the other side, please. And now begin to work through that left side wall. When we practice the yoga posture, we really feel into all the aspects of what it is we're doing. Please drop back to the neutral, and on an in breath, bring the hips all the way forward. Draw the shoulder blades down and into the elbows. Just look forward, engage navel to spine. We're just to take it back and forth a couple of times, stretching out, inhale forward. And exhale back. If you feel safe this time when you come forward, you can lift your kneecaps or not. We always want this practice to be what we need. Rocking all the way back to the heels. Let's do 3 ovals and just begin to warm up the joints before we start. So our yoga tone is going to be a combination of cardio. Let's take it the other way, please. We'll do some strengthening using some weights during our standing poses and core work. Take it all the way back and then lift up into tabletop. Allow yourself to tuck the toes under, please. You can keep your knees on the earth, or if it feels safe, just barely lift your knees and roll through your toes. Trying to lift up on the top of the toes and then press the heels all the way back, shoulder blades down, navel to spine, and then very gently bring the knees down. We're just going to step the right leg out to the side, and we're going to just lift up, and we're just going to lean into it to stretch and open up the inner groin. We'll be doing some squats type movements. Let's lift up. And then exhale down, and inhale up, and exhale down. One more time, lifting up. This time, float forward and breathe. You might feel a much deeper stretch here. And then we're going to lift back up and draw it back down and switch sides. So bringing that left foot out 90 degrees towards the side of the mat and lift it up. And we'll just allow ourselves to sweep into it and take the stretch. And then lift it back up. And bring it back down. Again, stretch it up. And open up. Lift back up. And let's just bring it all the way forward. So you're really getting a nice breath. Tuck that left hip back. And breathe into that inner right groin. Let's lift all the way back up, please, and gently bring it back down into tabletop. From there, allow yourself, please, to engage the shoulder blades. You can tuck the toes or untuck, and we're just going to bring the right knee out to the side, and then we're going to straighten it back and out to the side, and and take it back. You're gonna keep that foot really flexed, draw the knee back and out to the side. We'll do a total of 10 of these to warm up into the hip socket, to work into that knee capsule, taking it back, keeping a steady flow of Ujjayi breath in and out. Good, and we have 3 more. Stay strong into the shoulders, don't let the arms bend, into the elbows. Last one, and reach it back. From there, just bring the left arm open and breathe. Full in breath, full out breath. You may stay here. If you choose, bring the arm and the leg out to the side. Make sure you keep that right shoulder blade tucked in. One more breath. Bring it back forward and down. Plant the left hand in front of your face on an in-breath. Bring the right arm up so we can release and thread through 3 times. Inhale up, exhale through. One more time. That should have released the wrist and the right shoulder. Bring it all the way back up and exhale, bring it back down. Allow yourself, please, to bring the left knee out to the side and then straighten it straight back, flex foot. 9 more. Keep the arms strong. As you extend the leg back, make sure that all 5 toes are pointed towards the floor. So you go from an internal rotation, an external rotation to straight back. And we have 5 more. Keep the arms strong. You'll want to bend that right elbow. Keep it strong. Feel the adjustment as you rotate into it. And 2 more, please. Smile. Good. Extend it back. And arm comes forward, or you keep the right arm on the floor. You can also come down onto the forearms if you need a rest for your wrist. You decide where you're at. Good, you may stay here. Make sure hips and shoulders are square. And on an exhale, just bring the arm and the leg to the side. And breathe. One more breath. Nice and strong, navel to spine. Bring it forward. And on an exhale, down to tabletop. Full in breath. And exhale, down dog. A nice runner stretch, please. Really allow yourself to roll through the foot. Feel a nice flow here. Breathing fully and completely. Nice down dog. Allow the head to shake. And then we're just going to very gently walk all the way forward. Nice forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and just find that nice, strong foundation from the hips all the way down to the feet. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then allow yourself to soften into the knees. Please clasp the hands in front of you and rise up. And we'll do a 30-minute modified chair pose. So strong into the feet. Squeeze an imaginary wedge between the legs. Pull the low back. Don't overarch the back. Pull the shoulder blades down and just breathe. Rock onto the heels. If you look down, you should be able to see your toes. Keep the shoulder blades down, and as you pull in that navel to spine. This is a beautiful non-weight bearing plank. I use it all the time when my shoulder's a little bit tweaky. Feel yourself engage the quads, roll back on the heels, but keep the big toes pressed in along with the pinky and big toe mound. Really squeezing. And then on an in-breath, rise up. And exhale, swan back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Bring it all the way back up. Palms to touch and exhale down to heart. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Coming to the center of the mat here. We'll come into a little bit of cardio. Please know that you can stop at any time and get a drink if you need. So we're going to come down into a squat. We're going to start slow. So elbows are onto the thigh. You can take and just make a fist and bring your knuckles together. Pull your shoulder blades down. Find the solidity of your feet. We're going to lift up onto the left foot. So we're going to incorporate balance with the cardio. So as you're ready, on an in-breath, rise up and allow yourself to extend that right leg and come back down. Lift up left side, palms together, come down. Notice that I lose my balance as well. Just try to keep moving through and come down. As you practice it, you may be able to extend that leg fully out. So take your time, find your drishti. And we'll take this for a full minute. Breathing in and breathing out. Take your time. Shift your weight. Find your balance or not balance. You can see you just keep working with it. Working through the wobbles, in and out. Breathe. See, I mixed up the side. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself to find a nice flow and breathe into it. We're almost there. Remember, you can stop at any time. Notice that one side is easier to balance on than the other. Good, and allow yourself to come down and take a full in breath and a full out breath. Let's bring the prayer hands to the earth. On an inhale, rise up, toes, and back down. And 9 more. So a nice little balance series here as we keep that cardio going and breathe. Good, nice deep stretches, side to side. Now we're just straight up, building strength into the ankles as we lift up onto the toes. And 3 more. Breathe. Last one, and bring it down. Come back up onto the thighs, and then lift all the way up to standing. Bring the legs a little much wider and soften into the knees. Now, about the same as if you open your arms out, your ankles should be underneath your ankles should be underneath your wrists. Okay, here we go. We're going to bring the hands together again in a fist. We're going to gently bend down and then lift up, and we're going to take left hand right, bending into that right knee. Bring it all the way back up and take it over to the other side. So fists together, over to the right, and then to the left. Inhale, exhale. Continue. We'll take this for a minute, really opening up, back to neutral, and the other side will begin to add to it. Take it over. Last one, now we're going to add. As we go to the right, let's take and reach up and stretch out, and then over to the other side. So use the opposite hand, opposite ankle to take a deeper twist. Open up. Nice rotation side to side. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Nice movements, breathing. Good. Almost there. Another 20 seconds. Take it side to side. Breathing in and out. Good. Last 2 each side. Really spin and twist. Last one, and bring it all the way up. Allow yourself to roll the right toes out. Take and stack the hands behind you. And just float forward and take a nice stretch. Catch your breath. If you need, this is a good time to hydrate. Take another full deep breath here, please. And then as you're ready, lift it up. And we'll switch sides. So my hands are, I just have my forearms stacked. We're going to take and use an exhale to fold over that left side. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more breath here. And then very, very slowly draw it all the way back up. Allow yourself to jump the feet together or step together. And take a full in breath and a full out breath. From there, we're just going to bring the hands onto the hips. And we're going to step the right leg over the left. We're going to take and sweep that, the left leg over the right. Left arm sweeping. We're going to step back out wide. Bring that left hand to the thigh. We're going to bend into the knee and stretch. So allow yourself to come back up. Find your balance. Take it over. Step out. Use the palm to stabilize on the thigh. And take it side to side. A total of 10. Breathe into it. Nice deep breaths. Deep side stretch. The further out that you step out, the more action you get into that side squat. Breathe. Take your time. We have 5 more. In and out. Watch your balance. Feel your drishti or your focus change as you move through. 2 more. If I lose count, please forgive me. And last one, sweep it through. Good, and come all the way back up and we'll switch sides. So we're going to take and bring right foot over left. See, I lost my balance. Wasn't paying attention, stretch over. And then we're going to sweep out, step out, palm onto the thigh, and reach. Bring it all the way back. Good, and just find your flow. Find your rhythm. Allow your focus to shift as you move through the body. Nice flows. Breathing. Nice side stretch. Sweep it out. 4 more. Really reach into the sweep. Feel yourself shift and adjust. If you stumble a little bit, that's okay. The more you practice this, the easier it gets. Last one. Good, and gently come all the way back to the center. From there, allow yourself to just come down into a deep squat and fold forward. If you would like to come into crow pose, please do. You can, if you want to come into the more advanced crow pose, you take and place the kneecaps up above the elbows. Again, you don't have to take but 1 foot at a time off the floor just to learn to get the sensation of the balance. Or you can bring the knees down inside the elbows, inside the knees. And again, just use 1 foot off the floor at a time. Breathing fully and completely. 1 more breath. Very gently release. A nice forward fold. On an in breath, draw it all the way back up, palms to touch. Interlace the fingers and let's come into another 30-minute standing plank in the chair modification. Roll onto the heels, squeeze the inner thighs, smile. Remember, you can take water at any time. Engaging, feel the navel to the spine, shoulder blades down. Make sure you can see the toes. Press into the big toe mound, big toe, the back of the heels. Full deep breaths. We're almost there, really hugging in. Nice. Feel that warmth begin to radiate and open. Easy. Nice deep breaths. Really squeezing glutes. When we practice a yoga posture designed to challenge our balance, the use of a gaining point or drishti, a gazing point or drishti, is a most effective way to maintain physical equanimity. On an in-breath, rise up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Grab opposite elbows and on the in-breath, sweep up. One fist and stretch into the arms. Use this as a cooling break. Just a short one. Open up into those shoulders before we come into our standing poses with weights if you choose. One more full deep breath here, please. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, release the arms down. And inhale, ragdoll body all the way up. Hands onto the hips or the back side and bring the hips forward. Externally rotate the shoulders and open up. One more full deep breath here into a modified camel pose. And then very gently rise it back up. Good. From there, allow yourself to grab your weights if you choose to use them. You can also use tomato paste cans or bottles filled with sand, whatever you choose. We're going to just come into left leg forward, right leg back, warrior one. So bend into the front knee, please. Angle the back toes forward so that you can really square hips and shoulders. Pull that left hip back and really anchor that leg, navel to spine. And on an in-breath, bring the arms out to the side. Pull the shoulder blades all the way down. And breathe. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. With a fist holding, bring it all the way up. Good. Really sink down into the leg if that feels safe. And on an exhale, we're just going to let the weights draw down as we bend into the elbows. We're going to really press into that right leg. We're getting into that psoas, a nice stretch. One more breath here. Really let the shoulder blades come down. Squeeze the elbows energetically towards each other. And then on an in-breath up, exhale down, full control. And lift, and down, and lift, and down. Good. After this one, 5 more. Try to keep the elbows right in line with the shoulders. And 4 more. Good. Keep that nice focus. Last 2. And last 1. Bring it all the way back up and bring your fingers forward as you hold on to the barbells or your fists. And then we're just going to sweep them all the way down really slow. I can feel that in my tweaky shoulder. And I'm going to lengthen my arms back slightly behind my hips. I'm going to pull the shoulder blades down. I'm going to hug the feet towards each other. And I'm just going to lean forward. Good. And then I'm going to bring my knuckles towards me, working into the wrists. So just roll those barbells, those weights, not barbells, weights. Just roll and work on that wrist strength. Good. Keep pulling that left hip straight back. Last 2. Last 1. Sweep the arms all the way back up. And on the exhale, slowly bring them down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Hips and shoulders squared. Nice and slow. Lengthen through that front leg and just allow yourself to hinge forward. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then allow yourself to very gently bend into that knee. Engage the core muscles. Squeeze the left hip back. Bring the arms straight out. Rotate the palms up and come all the way back up. Good. On an exhale, weights to the waist. Let's switch sides. So bring right toes in, heel toe out, and find your warrior one on the left side. So here we go. We'll bring those arms up. Good, and breathe. Take a full in breath. Allow yourself to roll open the hands. And on an exhale, really squeezing the shoulder blades. Slowly bring them all the way down. Almost quite square to the hips. Draw that left hip back. Good, and then reach forward. Bring all the way up. Take a full in breath. On the exhale, bend into the elbows. You need to energetically squeeze the feet towards each other, please. On an in breath, lengthen the arms. On the exhale, bend into the elbows. Lift and lower. This is so good for bone density. All of these yoga poses and adding the weights gives that additional work for keeping the bones nice and dense. Good, and 3 more. Keep hugging the feet together. 2 more, and last one. Good, bring it all the way back up. And we're gonna open the hands or the knuckles towards the front. Hug into that right hip, and on an exhale, take it back. Lean forward a little bit. Good, and we're gonna roll the wrists. So now we're working on the wrist strength. Roll the wrist in and out. We're also working on the strength of the legs. Good, and number 5, number 6, number 7. Really hug the feet towards each other. So many muscles working in this pose. Last one. Good. And then turn the knuckles towards your hips. And on an in breath, bring it straight out. Lift the torso in line with the hips. Come all the way back up. And on an exhale, let's move into the elbows. And just gently bring it all the way down. Straighten up through that front leg. And on an exhale, fold forward. Take a full in breath, please, and a full out breath. One more full deep breath here, please. And then lengthen, soften into the knee. If it is safe, if it doesn't feel safe, bring your hands to your hips and rise up. Otherwise, really tuck that left hip back. Bring the arms out. Rotate all the way back up. Exhale, I'm going to sit hips and bring those left toes forward. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Just a warrior 2, and we'll come down. Let's bring the arms out and sink into your warrior 2. And again, we don't have to have the weights, especially since we've just started this. Shoulder blades must be down. Squeeze the toes to protect the back. Good, allow yourself to look to the center towards the sternum. And we're just gonna rotate our knuckles to the sky. And we're just gonna bring these in and out. Keep the elbows bent, hugging in. Good, using that upper arm in and out. Stay into your warrior 2. Don't lose it. Good, and 4 more. That's it. Try to stay right above your wrists. Or elbows. I took them in a little bit. Try when you're here, really pull those shoulder blades down and hug in. Keep everything hugging in. Last one. Good, and bring the hands to the hips. Draw the toes forward to the right side of the mat. And then open up the left toes. Take a breath here. And then soften into the front knee and bring the arms out. Your knuckles are towards the floor. Sink down into it. Pull the shoulder blades down. Hug in the navel to spine. Squeeze the tush. Allow yourself, please, I forgot to lift up onto the toe on the other side. So we'll incorporate that on this side. Sorry, I forgot. We're going to roll the knuckles to the sky. So that's a nice external rotation. And we bend and bring the wrists on top of the elbows. We're going to lift up onto the left toe. And then bring the heel down. Toe and arms down. Toe and arms down. As you come up onto that toe, really squeeze the feet towards each other. Good. That the arms are getting tired, I know. Nice full deep breaths. Last two. And last one. Good. Stretch it out. Hands to the hips. Bring the toes forward and down. Take the weights out of the way. Grab the ankles inside, outside, or just take a nice forward fold. We're going to take it all the way over to the right. So take your left hand over to the right and just melt down. Feel that nice rotation in the low back. Pull the shoulder blades down. Take it back to the center and over to the other side. Good, nice rotation. Breathe. And then very gently bring it back to the center. Woo. From there, allow yourself to walk out wide down dog. Wide-legged down dog. And then just come all the way forward into a wide plank. Good. Allow yourself to breathe here. One more full deep breath. And then pull back into the down dog. Let's come down onto the left knee and the right knee. And down onto the forearms. And release your fingers. This may take some adjusting. We're going to come into a pigeon pose. So we're going to keep our forearms on the floor with the one fist. We're going to take the left leg. We're going to sweep it all the way over to the right. Tuck the toes under and press to the left. Come back to the center, switch and take it over to the other side. One more time each side, and then we're going to move it a little bit more, tweak it a little bit more. So come back to neutral. I'm not taking my forearms off the floor yet. Stepping from side to side, tucking the toes under. If you need something underneath your knees, have a towel, come back. Good, now we're gonna really switch it up. So come right into that nice deep pigeon to the side. Bring the left foot back and then the right. One more time, each side. Keep those forearms anchored. Ending up on the left side. Nice deep stretch. Rock all the way back to center and allow yourself to roll onto one hip, feet to one side, and let's lengthen the legs out. Good, take a nice shake. Allow yourself to engage the back muscles. We're going to bring the arms forward. Let's bend in to the left knee just to start. And we're just going to bring that right leg up. We're not going to try to bring any deficit into that low back, so pull the shoulder blades down, squeeze the glutes together. Good, take one more full deep breath. Nice, we're going to come back any little bit, and we're going to reach outside, come back, and reach inside. You don't have to come as far as I'm coming, modify it. We'll do 5 of these. Breathe. If that is too much, come onto your forearms and just bring this knee in and reach. Extend it out and reach. There's your modification so you don't over tweak that back. Good, last one. And hug in. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. This is the only one that we'll do today that's up in the air rather than being on your back. A lot of good core work is done on the back without hurting the back. So we're going to keep the right knee bent. Allow yourself to come back as far as feels safe. If you choose, go ahead and lift that left leg. We're going to reach in and out. So as we reach across the body and we reach forward, that knee is coming in. Breathe. When I first started doing these, I couldn't do very many. Last one. And hug in. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. Please lengthen the legs out. Draw the arms up. Soft legs, arm and exhale. Slowly roll down to the chest, arms up overhead. Take a full in breath, and as you exhale, curl up and rise up. Good, 9 more. Take your time. Make sure you roll, and you can just lift here. This can be it. You come all the way back. Listen to your body, just using different muscle groups for that core work. A lot of arm work here, breathing. Keep the chin to the chest, please. Lifting up. Exquisite movements. Nice timing. Just becoming the movement. Allow yourself to tuck that chin to protect as you roll up and roll down. If you wanted to make this more challenging, you wouldn't use the arms to help lift. Last one. You're going yay. And bring it down. Please hug the right knee into the chest and give it a big hug. And then take it to the sky, lift the left leg and bring your forehead up. Nice deep stretch. Head comes back down. We're just going to take and gather the hands behind the head. Take a full in breath. So chin is tucked. I have a slight arc into my back. You cannot allow the low back to imprint here. If you lift that left leg, now you can imprint the back, correct? So take a full in breath, and as you exhale, we're going to just bring our right elbow to our left knee, but we're also going to lift the left shoulder off the earth. So we have all the front core engaged, all the way from the collarbone down to the low abdominals. Pull it in, and one more breath. Good. From there, allow yourself to bring the body back to neutral, the upper torso, and lift the right leg. On an exhale, bring that left leg down, and then we're just going to lift, bringing both shoulders off the floor, but left elbow to right knee. Engage the lower abdominals. We have the upper abdominals held in, and breathe. One more breath. Good. From there, bring the head back to neutral. And you have a choice here. You can bend into the left knee and bring left elbow to right leg and sweep out this way. So you'll keep the left knee bent, left foot on the floor, just working elbow and right knee. If it feels safe, you'll just alternate both ways. Opposite elbow. If it doesn't feel good to keep the legs straight, then bend and take it that way. And just continue to move, whichever way is safe for you. And breathe. Nice deep breath in and out. Good, we have 3 more each side, please. We're almost there. You guys have done an awesome job. We'll all be feeling this tomorrow, or maybe not. I know I do. And knees in, hug in. Take a full in breath and a full out breath. I happen to have a small resistance band. I actually have several. If you don't have one, that's fine. I'm going to take and bring mine above the knees. You'll get a little bit more workout if you bring it below your knees, but I'm still working on rehabbing my knees, so I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to make sure it's nice and smoothed out. And then I'm going to bring the feet down into bridge position. I have my strongest resistance band, my black. I'm going to bend into my elbows and I'm going to hug my upper arms into my upper rib cage. I'm going to press my shoulder blades towards the spine, which gives me a little bit of an arc. And I'm going to imprint my low back. I'm going to really engage the legs. Mine are a little bit wider than hip length. The wider you get them, the more you're going to work on the hips. So if you choose, let's start with them hip width apart. We have 2 different things here. So as you're ready, on an exhale, lift up into your bridge. And then we're just going to widen the legs and then bring them back in line. We're going to do 20 of these. So you're really engaging the outer hip flexors, the inner thighs, really working into the tush, just in and out. Keep pressing into the forearms, keeping the heart lifted. Keep the legs strong. And we have 5 and 3, 2, and 1. On an exhale, bring it down and hug in to release. Rock the head side to side, please. Bring the head to neutral and just feel all of that energy into the legs. Good. From there, allow yourself to bring the feet back down. Take the feet the width of the mat if you can with the resistance band. I'm getting a lot of resistance, which is pulling on my right knee. So I'm going to bring it a little bit closer in. And again, I like bringing the upper arms, hugging the rib cage with the palms facing each other. And then take a full in-breath, and as you exhale, lift up. Good. Really squeeze the tush, please, nice and tight. Breathe into it. I'm even using my wrists right on my waistline just so that I can really lift and open. And I'm really engaging into the legs, and we're just going to statically hold this for 15 seconds. So take a full in breath and a full out breath. Press into the feet. Really squeeze the tush. The wider that you take the knees apart, the more you're going to squeeze the glutes. And 6. Really lift up, engage. I'm strengthening that whole hip socket and into the glute muscles. And then on an exhale, gently bring it down. Bring the knees in. Good. Hug it in. I'm going to take my resistance band off. I'm just going to roll onto my right side. I'm going to let my right arm cradle. And I'm going to use my left hand into a bent left knee and just take a nice quad stretch as we start and cool down. So here's where we would bring in a tennis ball and we would work on those outer muscles that we use. I'm going to take and switch sides. You can just roll. I'll go this way so I can stay forward. You can cradle and lift up this way, or you can stay all the way down, whichever feels better to you, but just find a nice quad stretch. When we use our focus and our intention without judgment or attachment, it's the most effective way to bring stability and balance to the pose. So if our balance isn't really doing very well, we make it worse by allowing it to be so sometimes. From here, allow yourself to just lengthen the legs out. All toes out. You can be down with your neck or you can be up, your choice. We're going to use that top hand to hold. We're going to bring the leg up and rotate the toe towards the crown of the head and then bring it down. So this would be an opportunity if you wanted to use leg weights. Here, we're just using that rotation in the slow motion to feel into the movement. Squaring the toes to the front and into the crown of the head. So just externally rotating that leg. And 4 more. Good, and breathe. 3 more. And last one. Good. Roll over onto the other side. So I'll switch over this way. And allow yourself to lengthen out. And here we go, lifting up. So this requires some balance and some core work. You have to really anchor down as you rotate and open. Notice if you find a nice focal point and just take it in slow motion. My toes are flexed. I'm pressing into a very flexed heel so I can feel my outer hamstring attachment working as I externally rotate that toe. Good, just a really nice focus. Our yoga practice allows us that focus so that we can in turn take it out into the world, off the mat, and maintain a sense of calmness and tranquility with focused intention. Allow yourself, please, now to just very gently come up to the sitting bones, draw the feet together, and just fold forward. Take a couple of breaths here. You can round the back and keep the back flat. And then just gently rise up and allow yourself to open the feet like a book. So yoga tone or yoga conditioning just is always moving in different ways to work different muscle groups. Let's bring the feet together, draw the knees together, and transcend into your version of Shavasana. However that feels really good for you. I really recommend taking legs up to the sky to really release that back or blocks underneath your knees. And just find that really nice place where you can begin to come into a full deep rest. So allow whatever parts of the body are touching and supported by the earth. Just take a breath in, and as you exhale, feel that connection with whatever is supporting whatever parts of the body. Allow the eyes to close. And as we come into this Shavasana, allow yourself to really just come into a full stop. So just think, okay, this is time to really just stop, to just rest, a very complete rest. And with that full rest, releasing everything down into the earth. So maybe let the head gently go side to side. And then bring it to stillness. And feel the lower back begin to soften, to receive. Feel a softness through the forehead, cheeks. And then just feel all of the scalp surrounding the face. And allow that perhaps to maybe have a tingling sensation, which will just really soothe all of the brain movement, the mind chatter. Let all the facial muscles soften across the collarbone from shoulder to shoulder. Just allow the shoulders to receive the earth. Feel the length of the spine, and then imagine it elongating. Allow the entire back side of the upper torso to release into the earth. And then just feel a nice relaxing wave crested on top of the shoulders. And the next time you take an exhale, just allow that crest, that wave of relaxation to just roll from the shoulders all the way down to the toes. And then just put a smile on your face and your heart and on your lips. Just rest in that smile. Feel it shift the energy. All it takes is a smile. Feel it radiate into every cell, every muscle. Just take a full, complete rest. Find that balance. And then as you're ready, you can come up the way we usually do. Or if you want something different on an in-breath, stretch your arms up overhead. Make sure your legs are on the floor. Bring your chin to your chest and just roll all the way up to the sitting bones. Cross the legs if that feels good, and bring the palms apart. When we practice a yoga posture designed to challenge our balance, the use of gazing point or drishti is the most effective way to maintain physical equanimity. The act of gazing without judgment or attachment is easily the most effective way to bring stability and balance to the pose. Likewise, when the poses of life rob us of our equanimity, gazing at the situation without attachment, without judgment, is the most effective tool we have to restore the mind to harmony. So says the yogi daringly. So thank you for coming and playing in this yoga tone, this yoga conditioning. Namaste.
That was great. I really enjoyed that. It was very challenging.